Hello. Tonight on Tom's Schools Today, we'll take a look at how one teacher is helping kids with happy feet during class.
And as always, we will have a look at some events around the district. Toms River Regional Schools Today will start in 2 minutes.
You've been trying for so long to find out where your place is, but in their minds, there's room for anyone who dares to do something different. Oh, but listen for a minute. Trust the one who's been where you are, wishing all it was was sticks and stone. Those words cut deep, but they don't mean you're all alone, and you're not invisible. Hear me out. There's so much more to life than what you're feeling now.
They say they're sleeping like a soldier trapped inside of an island. Machines can keep you breathing, know what happens when you find a new world's begun.
Hello, and welcome to Tom's Schools Today for Tuesday, February 6th. I'm Edward Richards.
And I'm Brooke Dudar. Later on tonight, we will check out our weather.
But up first, tonight we take a look at our elementary school happenings in our elementary happenings segment.
Starting off our elementary school happenings, parents please check your students' website for all important information.
Let's take a look at today's random fact of the day.
Hi, I'm Ryan McGilloway with TV21's Random Fact of the Day. Michelangelo carved his self-portrait into the locks of hair on the statue of David.
One Michigan restaurant is celebrating Black History Month by serving up some soul food that is known for original packaging like the old days, a way that shows just like African Americans in the time of segregation ate. Sima Chowdhury has more of these shoebox lunches.
This Black History Month, Beans and Cornbread is celebrating with their food. Picture this. It's the 1940s, and oftentimes African Americans on the go had to pack their lunch in a shoebox like this.
There were oppressive times in the history of this country. Black people were refused service in public accommodations, rest areas, restaurants.
Beans and Cornbread in Southfield has been around for 20 years, but when you walk in, you take a trip back in time. And for the month of February, you can order some food for thought.
Walking into a restaurant, being seated, ordering food. And when you think about folks 50, 60, 70 years ago, they didn't have that privilege.
Patrick Coleman says generations of family stories include tales of traveling with lunch in a shoebox. Because of segregation, it was often hard to find an eatery that would serve African Americans.
So if you took the train, say, from Detroit to Nashville, once you hit that Mason-Dixon line, you weren't allowed to go into the dining cars.
For Black History Month, Beans and Cornbread is offering soul food in a shoebox. Inside, you'll find entrees like delicious chicken and waffles. And on the outside are stories of historical figures and facts.
Let's provide some knowledge. Let's tell the stories.
The box costs $1 on top of the price of the meal. A portion of the proceeds will go to a youth program in Detroit. Even though the box represents an oppressive time, Patrick says it pays tribute to the people who lived through it.
Celebrating the resiliency of not only the human spirit, but the American spirit.
Nourishing your mind and soul with this food. In Southfield, Simon Chowdhury for the Now Detroit.
It's time to take a trip around the world in our 60-second road trip. Can you guess where we are today?
I was tired of my lady. We'd been together too long. Like a worn-out recording of a favorite song. So while she lay there sleeping, I read the paper in bed. And in the personal columns, there was this letter I read. If you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, if you're not into yoga, if you have half a brain, if you like making love at midnight in the dunes on the Cape, then I'm the love that you've looked for. Write to me and escape.
Kids are full of energy, to say the least, but a middle school in Los Angeles says it figured out how to help students calm down in class. As Joe Kwan reports, the solution is really simple.
From this view, it's all business, but let your eyes head toward the floor, and 6th grader Demar Cook is fidgety and wiggly.
I describe myself as a person that have a lot of energy.
His classmate James Morales is also full of energy.
I was really twitchy and stuff.
Their teacher Sarah Rosati says her students are just typical kids.
Because they're so stuck in the classroom a lot of times, they have all this energy, they don't get to necessarily release it.
So Rosati and other staff at Animo James B. Taylor Middle School search for a tool to help get the wiggles out. Rosati says she searched online and found bouncy bands, thick rubber band-like strips invented by a school counselor in North Carolina.
It takes about 30 seconds to install. You fit one of these over one of the legs, stretch it over to the other side, and flip the desk over, pull up a chair, and it's ready to go.
I really was skeptical, I'm going to be honest with you.
She got some for her classroom in October. Kids who once were
kind of fidgety and having difficulty paying attention
have bounced their way to better behavior in just a few months.
Definitely more engaged,
focused, and even got a big bounce in grades.
Like D's and F's. Now I got that like A's and B's and C's.
My grades were down up to a S, but then once the bouncy bands came, I got A's and B's.
Did you think a rubber band can do that?
No, I definitely didn't.
Because the bands have worked, Rosati says other classrooms are also getting them. And now Demar is hoping to bounce his way to even better grades.
Are you going to get straight A's by the end of the year?
Yep.
It's now time for us to take a look at dictionary.com's word of the day. Today's word is a bubble, meaning bubbling. As while cooking or boiling, characterized by intense enthusiasm or activity. As for the sentence of the day, the store was a bubble with last-minute shoppers. Now we are going to take a short break, but coming up, we take a look at our intermediate happenings.
And we also take a look at your weather. So stick around and we'll be right back.
He covered over 5,000 miles, averaging about 100 miles per day. Manson says he wants to thank all who donated to his cause and wants to remind us that even though his journey is over, it must continue. Tom and Harriet Banks.
Every year, 1 million families face losing their homes to foreclosure. Because they don't know what to do, they do nothing. If you're in danger of losing your home, call us, because nothing is worse than doing nothing.
Welcome back. Starting off our intermediate school happenings at Intermediate East, attention 8th grade parents and guardians. The yearbook ad order deadline has been extended. Orders will now be accepted until February 16th.
Moving to Intermediate North, TREE Club is sponsoring its annual winter pet supply drive for Jersey Shore Animal Center. You can help by donating dog or cat food, treats, toys, and supplies in the collection bins in the cafeteria. Items are needed. Signs are posted on walls throughout the school.
It is now time for the environmental tip of the day. Each day we'll bring a tip that will help save the environment. Let's take a look at today's tip.
Hi, I'm Ben Cagno, and this is your environmental tip of the day. Green to go, not brewing at home? Take a travel cup to your favorite Java joint. They may fill it at the discount.
Every day on the show, we will be bringing you a tip of the day. So stay tuned tomorrow as we give you another way to help save the environment.
A California community comes to the aid of a furry creature. The coyote in question got her head stuck in a jar and needed help. A helping hand to get free, Steve Large reports.
Well, this is Gold Country Wildlife Rescue, the nerve center of this operation to save this coyote. And tonight it's a successful operation. The coyote located, rescued, and tonight it's in isolation behind this door. But we did get a sneak peek. She's got her head up. A glimpse at this recuperating coyote. What a relief, her head finally free, and this new picture staring straight into the lens after days dodging help. Video taken last week shows the coyote with its head stuck inside a container, left wandering through the El Dorado County hills, eluding help. The unusual sight led to a growing group of volunteers searching to save her.
Well, I've never tackled a coyote before.
Luis Escobar was one of those volunteers.
It was just amazing that everybody was there and everybody was ready and responded correctly.
This picture shows the coyote just after it was captured inside a crate, the container still on its head.
When I grabbed it and I held it, it felt real bony like a cat. It's definitely hungry and scared and probably in shock.
Video shows the effort to get the wild animal inside the crate, suffering but still snarling through the see-through plastic stuck on her head.
Her ears are bloody, around her neck is bloody.
Rescue crews later clipped the container off. It looks like a jumbo-sized jar that held some type of snack.
Her head was right in here, and you can see this is probably pieces of her skin.
A days-long effort by volunteers searching to save a creature in pain.
I'm sure she's happy to be done with her bonnet.
Now the search is over.
this coyote will be okay.
You're seeing an animal suffering, and if you can help it, why not?
And the folks here say they won't be naming this coyote because they do plan on introducing her back to the wild, but I think it's safe to call her Lucky.
It's now time for another break. Coming up later in the show, we will take a look at your high school happenings.
Thomas River Schools Today will be right back.
Nothing. What? You have anything on Saturday? Sure, yeah. All right. Bye.
I'm falling apart. I'm barely breathing with a broken heart that's still bleeding. In the pain, is there healing in your name? I find meaning, so I'm holding on, still hold. I'm holding on, I still hold.
Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid.
Starting off our high school happenings, at North, every Wednesday is Green Day. At North, remember to wear green to help out get the word out about the need of recycling and energy conservation.
Attention students and staff, the school store is now open to serve you. We are stocked with all your Raider apparel needs, including Champion and Under Armour brands. The school store is open every day after school from 1:40 to 2 p.m. We also have Yoo-Hoo, Snapple, and water for $1, as well as many delicious snacks to get you energized for the after-school practices. Stop in soon. It's time to get Raiderized. High School East, did you know that 3 million students are absent each month because they feel unsafe at school? Make a difference in someone's life today by making a new friend, sitting with a new group at lunch, or joining a new club or sport.
Need help with your college entrance essays? Having difficulty with that research paper? Or would you just like another set of eyes to proofread your assignments? The Writing Center provides tutors to help with all types of writing assignments. The Writing Center is now open every Tuesday and Thursday after school in W20. Ask your English teacher for further details.
Moving to High School South, yearbooks are currently on sale until February 25th. The price of a yearbook is $77.25. You can order a yearbook at www.yearbookforever.com or by contacting Mr. DeMauro in F6. Members of the cast of our 2018 school musical Footloose are currently selling booster ads for the musical during homeroom. Wish your friend in the cast good luck by buying a booster for $2. A booster ad is a short message to a member of the cast and crew or orchestra.
The Art National Honor Society is selling heart-shaped lavender-scented bath bombs for $5 during homeroom. They make a great Valentine's Day gift.
The Interact Club is holding a pet food drive through Valentine's Day. February 14th, Interact members will visit homerooms to collect pet food and monetary donations. Please be generous.
The Key Club is sponsoring a non-perishable food drive for the needy people in Ocean County. During the month of January, let's help alleviate the problem of hunger, bringing in canned foods for the hungry families in our country. They will appreciate and take your donations to Mrs. Adelizi's room in D6.
Let's now take a look at what grinds our gears.
Hi, I'm Taylor Pistone, and it grinds my gears when I wake up 5 minutes before my alarm clock goes off.
It's now time for us to take a short break. After the break, we take a look at our 3-day forecast.
Times for schools today. We'll be right back.
Another day is gone. I'm still all alone. How could this be? You're not here with me. You never said goodbye. Someone tell me why did you have to go and leave my world so cold? Every day I sit and ask myself, how did I slip away? Something whispers in my ear and says that you are not alone. I am here with you, though you're far away. I am here to stay, but you're not alone. I am here with you, though we're far apart. You're always in my heart, but you're not.
Starting off sports tonight, it was an amazing Super Bowl win, which followed with some amazing parties. What next? The cleanup. Here a look at how Minneapolis is cleaning up after the biggest game of the year.
The party is over, and the elaborate playground that seemed to pop up almost overnight on Nicollet Mall between 6th and 12th Streets is starting to slowly disappear. Are you glad to see it come down?
Absolutely glad. It's been a long few weeks.
The big purple banners proclaiming Super Bowl 52 were the first things to go. A nice souvenir?
I'd say absolutely. It's got my birthday listed on it.
How's everybody doing? The outdoor concert stage at 8th Street was a hot spot during the 10-day free festival, known as Super Bowl Live. It's now just a memory. And don't forget about that bridge where folks could try out cross-country skiing and other winter sports. Most of the snow has now been removed from the Birkebeiner Bridge, and once it's completely dismantled, the structure is headed back home to Wisconsin.
It's good to have the streets back so we can all move around and have our own space again.
Over by U.S. Bank Stadium, cranes now replace the crowds. Some streets are starting to reopen in the restricted areas. The city of Minneapolis says by Monday afternoon, most of the closed sections will be reopened, but some closures will remain in effect through Tuesday.
Let's now take a look at our 3-day forecast. For tomorrow, there's a chance of rain with a high of 50 and a low of 26. For Thursday, the sun will be back, but it will be colder with high of 36 and low of 25. And finally, for Friday, the clouds back with a high of and a low of 35.
And wrapping up tonight's show, snowfall in Omaha, Nebraska made for a dangerous Monday commute. Search Philly reports.
Heavy snow pelts drivers Monday morning.
Just expecting a little drizzle or something, you know, nothing like this.
Nearly an inch on the roads. Watch as our cameras at 90th and Dodge capture this, a car trying to make it up the hill, fishtailing in the snow. then stalling. This car just one of several stuck in the busy roadway, unable to move. Police eventually shutting down Dodge at 90th until plows could clear the lanes. All across Omaha, drivers struggled in the snow. Aaliyah Mack losing control off 100th and Fort.
I was trying to go up the hill and I started sliding down, so I tried to, go a little bit faster, and I got stuck with like a big block of snow in front of my tire.
Eventually, police helping back her down the hill out of the road. From there, calling her boss to tell her she wouldn't be in, encouraging others to stay off the roads.
Don't try to take a chance if you don't think you can do it. If you don't think you can do it, don't do it. Just call out. Tell them they gonna understand.
Remember, if you have a story you would like us to cover,
or if you have an announcement about an upcoming event, please send it to interschool mail to the TV studio at High School East, or you can email us at tv21@trschools.com.
Also, be sure to tune in TV21 throughout the day to catch this show as we bring you stories from around the district. Also, please take a look at our website at www.trschools.com/TV21.
Well, that's a wrap up for tonight's show. For Tom's River Schools Today, I'm Brooke Dudar.
And I'm Edward Richards. Have a great night.